Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about the Neko Rig. So this is a great finesse presentation. So first I'm going to start off on how you rig it up. So first I'm going to show you how to rig up the Neko Rig. First you want to pick out a finesse worm of your choosing. I like using the Missile Baits 6.5 inch quiver worm. We're going to take our O-ring tool and we're going to slide an O-ring right onto the bait, a little bit below the midsection of this bait. So just about like so. Now I'm gonna put the nail weight into the head of the bait. I like using an 1/8 ounce. I don't want it too heavy. There we go. Got it sticking out too. I'll get into that, why we do that later. Then we're gonna take our Neko hook. I like it using a size 1, and we're gonna thread it through this O-ring, just like so. So it's gonna have that hook sticking out so it's not facing inwards. It's gonna increase your hookup ratio. So this is what it should look like when it's all said and done with the rig. For my Neko Rig setup, I like using a 6'10" spinning rod, medium light power with extra fast action. The reason I like such a soft rod tip is because I don't want the fish feeling the weight of my rod whenever they bite onto that bait. Because when they bite onto that bait, they're holding it in their mouth for a second, and you gotta reel down and then lean back to set the hook, because you're not gonna do a power hook set. So you want a really soft rod tip. Also, I like using 15-pound braid as my main line, and then I'll have an 8-pound fluorocarbon line leader. So that's my setup I like to go to for the Neko Rig. It's got great sensitivity and it's gonna catch a lot of fish. So the Neko Rig's a really great finesse style presentation. This past summer is when I really started fishing it. It was during the late summer. I was throwing a lot of crankbaits, doing a lot of power fishing, and I just wasn't getting much bites. So I had to change it up a little bit. So I switched over to the Neko Rig, and those finicky fish, they're lining this bait up. And the difference between this and a wacky rig, like I said before, is just that nail weight at the head of the bait. And that allows you to get your bait down faster to the bottom. And I like to work this around hard bottoms, around grass edges. It's really key, just working it real slow, and you'll get a lot of bites off of that. And I have an 1/8 ounce because I want to get that bait really down to the bottom, but if you want a little bit slower fall on your bait, want to work it more like a wacky rig, you can even go down to 1/16 ounce or 1/32 ounce. So it's up to you, but this is a great finesse style presentation, great for the late summer, great year round. You're gonna get a lot of fish off it, and I really recommend you try it. Another key point why I really like this nail weight sticking out like so is because when I get this bait down to the bottom around some type of rock or hard surface, my retrieve's usually gonna be some type of drag or some type of subtle hop back to the boat or wherever I'm fishing at. And when I'm doing that, this nail weight, since it's sticking out, it's gonna make noise because it's making contact with that hard bottom. And the fish are gonna hear that, and they're gonna be able to key on your bait just that much more. So a little extra tidbit for you, something to consider, definitely try it out. So that's my video on the Neko Rig. I highly recommend y'all try this rig out either this spring or this summer. It's a great way to catch fish when they're not biting. And like I said before, really like using the quiver worm as my Neko Rig bait, but there's a lot of great Neko Rig baits out there. Whatever one you choose, it's gonna catch you fish. And until then, guys, just get out there and fish.